You know, a lot of people don't get it. Bun B and Pimp C got a message for P.Diddy. Now, you all know that Pimp C passed, but he got a message for P.Diddy. And there's a reason why they did this particular interview back in the day. And I want to talk about this because it applies till today. The messages from back in the day apply today. And there's a reason why Pimp C and Bun B did this interview. He talked about how they never ran trains, how they never were naked around each other. See, these particular brothers did what they had to do, and I want their message to reach people in a way that you probably never heard before. Because in this industry, there's a lot of freaky deaky stuff going down, and y'all be thinking that everybody been at these Diddy parties, but these men, they understood there are certain things you just don't do. You know, as men, you're not supposed to be naked in front of one another, pouring oil on each other, or even gang banging women around each other. These are things you just don't do. But in this industry, a lot of these artists is guilty of this. A lot of these artists been playing freaky deaky for a long time. But we're gonna get to that in a moment.
Yo, nigga, about that paper.
Ringo TV.
Yo, nigga, about that paper. Yo, nigga, about that paper. Yo, nigga, about that paper.
Ringo TV.
Yeah. True man, I'm free. I wake up a new episode. I pop out clean as kid, be up a level though. She talk to me like I'm not me. I get it though. Yeah. I'm so eclectic, on me to the credits roll. Talk down to me, they might have to send medical. I'm out the league, I'm OD, they pathetic though. Look how I move, I'm protected. Shawty so swoon in my presence. The world going through it outside, they unruly, but I keep it cool, they can't press me. I keep it pure with intention. They see what I'm on, ain't no vixen. I might slide through with that top down. I keep it tuned with a high power. Put it on me, I'm blessed. Young nigga blessed. Big bag, manifest the sky, no stress. Keep no evil around me, can't ground me. I built it since when I had less. No hex on, God can't pause, nigga, look at how far we progress. Whatever we doing, we keeping it fluid, I don't see a thing about that paper.
Ringo TV.
Yo, nigga, about that paper. 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 Hop on the jet, had to switch to the coast. One of a kind, I've been playing that role. They pay me to play me, I needed it for. It's real if I said I meant what I spoke. I'm legend, it's written, I shake up the city. Spin block till I'm dizzy, won't ever go broke. I'm chose, I must like do it a top down. I keep in tune with a high power. Put it on me, I'm blessed. Young nigga blessed. Big bag, manifest the sky, no stress. Keep no evil around me, can't ground me. I built it since when I had less. No hex on, God can't pause, nigga, look at how far we progress. Whatever we doing, we keeping it fluid. I don't see a thing about that paper.
Ringo TV.
Yo, nigga, about that paper. Yo, nigga, about that paper. Yo, nigga, about that paper. Put it on me, I'm blessed. Big bag, but I the sky, no stress. Can't ground me, I know this since when I had less. Look at how far we progress. Lord, I don't see a threat.
Ringo TV Reactions back at you again with another one. Make sure you rate, comment, and subscribe. What we're talking about is an old interview that featured Bun B, and Pimp C. This particular video is to illustrate how the industry will pretty much silence men and take them out for speaking the truth. Now, Pimp C brought up some information that we can learn from today. He spoke some real-ish. And notice in the industry, when you real, sometimes you end up in a hotel room dead. That's what's happened to him. Now, they spin the narrative by saying that, you know, he died of, I guess, lean. This is what they're going to spin it as. But if you really look deeper, it's because of the things that he said. And anytime they're going to take you out, it's going to always be in a hotel. Always. Make it look like something went wrong. But we're going to talk about that another time. In this interview, the brothers pretty much showed what brotherhood really meant. I'm not going to go through the whole video. I want to get right to the point. But it showed that these guys were really friends from the sandbox days. And Pimp C talked about how, you know, he ain't really care about no school, but he was failing in class. And Bun B would pretty much keep him on point with his schoolwork. And it's like these brothers were in the streets, but still maintaining their books. So you're dealing with men that are smart and street smart. And one thing these men understood is you don't be naked around one another. And that's why I titled this video, Bun B and Pimp C Send Strong Message to P.Diddy and Others. Because this message went out at a time where all the freaky deaky stuff was going on. It's just that it was all hidden. You see what I'm saying? So let's get to the business of this, find out what's going on with this particular tape, and see what we can pretty much gain from this info here. Because some of y'all probably never seen this. Maybe this might be new to you, but I'm gonna try to break this thing down for you to understand. So let me cue up this video real quick. Let's see what we got.
They told me the truth, you know. I think that's real shit. That ain't in no bio right there.
That's the only reason this group, you know, people, I won't even say a group. It's the only reason two men can really call themselves friends or partners or homies. Can't start with lies, you can't build on lies, and you know what I'm saying? When it's all over, you know what I'm saying? Can't be no lies a part of it. Everything between me and him, regardless of how we may deal with everybody else, I'm 100 with him. He 100 with me. That's the only way we gonna make it. And from the beginning, it's always been we. It ain't never been.
And watch this, Bun. I'm gonna say this too. These niggas out there think this shit is cool, but it ain't cool. Me and this man ain't never been butt naked in no room together with no hoes, pulling no orgy type shit or doing none of that whole ass shit you niggas out there be doing, thinking you doing some fly shit. Nigga, if you in a room naked with some other niggas and some broad, them niggas looking at your ass. And if that shit is gay, and you need to get on some other shit. Me and this man got nothing but respect for each other. We ain't never put no train. We ain't no motherfucking freaks. We some family men. We getting this paper. Know what I'm talking about? And I had to put that out there, Bun, because a lot of niggas doing a lot of fugazi shit out here, man. You know what I'm saying? These niggas that flip-flopping, they pitching and they catching with these bars, and they doing all this. So, and if you gay, that's cool, but be gay and come on out and be that. Don't be in front of us and acting like a straight up G, and then you get over here and you letting these boys bust up your back. But you know, it gonna come to the light. And yeah, I wanna put that out there, man. This man ain't never seen me naked. I ain't never seen him naked. We don't desire to do no shit like that. We ain't going out like that. And we were wild young teenagers. And
we before that X, you know, that X,
Yeah.
a lot of that shit fucking with a lot of these boys' heads. I don't know. Maybe they using X as an excuse to open them doors that they really want to open. You know what I'm saying?
Where's Wheelock?
But, you know.
Wheelock.
Yes, sir.
Say, man, that nigga right there gave me that XP that day, man.
So basically, what we have here is a situation where Pimp C pretty much cleared the air with a few things, because a lot of times in the industry, you see these rappers and they always want to be naked around each other. They think this is cool, but I keep telling you guys, if you naked in front of another man, you seeing his butt, you seeing his wood. Why would you as a man, as a masculine man, right, want to see another man's pipe? Like, what are you getting out of that? Doesn't matter if he's smashing a chick. Like, why you watching his D? You shouldn't even be around him. You shouldn't be watching. He made it very clear. Me and Bun B, we never did this, we never did that. Why? Because that's what dudes were doing back in the day. He was literally exposing what goes on in the industry. Now, if you're a dude and that's how you want to roll, like let's say you a dude and you like dudes, then to each his own. But what he's trying to say is you want to be around us acting like you a G, but at the same time, you getting your back blown out. You taking in heavy wood, heavy meat, deep as a man. He's basically saying, look, fam, you can't be doing that. Not around us, bro. That's why they took him out, y'all. Y'all think that he just checked out at a young age because he was sipping on lean? Fam, there's a lot of people in the industry back in the day that was sipping on lean, even till today. We understand the implications of lean and everything else. We understand all of that. You know, I don't recommend that. I don't recommend that at all. But at the end of the day, that's what they tried to tell you took that brother out. That's a lie. They killed him because he was speaking too much truth. He was putting out too much information that the elite didn't like. They said, you know what? We got to take him out. But I want you to catch the info that he's giving out to the public, because it's very important for a lot of you guys, especially you young brothers, thinking that everything is sweet and everything is cool, running trains on women and being in a room when, you know, another dude is getting some head and you sitting there watching him. No, if you watching a man getting head, bro, it's not just you watching the woman giving him head, but you watching the dude's head. So in your mind, in the deep parts of your brain, you're gonna have a liking for wood. So not only do you like seeing that woman's lips become interactive with the pipe, but now you take a liking for the wood as well. So now you want to do the same thing the woman is doing. In your mind, you may not be thinking it, but it's there. Do you understand? It's just like if you're a child and you see your neighbor kid riding a bike, you're gonna want to ride the bike too. So if you are in a room and your mans in them is getting some head and you're watching, then you're gonna want to do the same thing. That's why watching porn is not healthy for a man. You might think you're getting your rocks off, but really you're entertaining certain spirits that you don't need to be entertaining. So now, what Pimp C was trying to teach back then is that in the industry, a lot of rappers do this. A lot of rappers be naked at the freak parties, the Diddy parties. All of these guys. Like there's new photos that's being released where you see Gilly and Diddy at the freak parties. Where you're seeing certain rappers and certain people in compromising positions. This is what they do. When a man have no problem being in front of another man naked, something's wrong. Something is wrong if you can be butt naked in front of another man and you don't got a problem with it. You're comfortable. Again, remember in my previous streams, I taught you how they take you through the grooming process in the industry to make you get accustomed to being touched. So let's say you're a brand new rapper, you lived in the projects, you was in the hood, and we gave you a record deal. Well, what they do in the industry is they gotta take you through what is known as the grooming process. You could be the most thugged out gangster in prison, came out the penitentiary, did 10 years. It doesn't matter. They're going to make sure and groom you to take meat. So it's going to begin like this. You get the deal. You're excited about the money. You're excited. You're getting out the projects. Finally, your family going to be good. So they take you down to the dressing room because they want to style you. It always starts with clothing, right? Because they know that, especially as black men, we're all about fashion, style, kicks, shoes, designer. So the first thing they do is they size you up. We need to take you in a room and measure you. Now, when they say measure you, these are subliminal messages. Measure your wood, measure your butt. These are things that they do. It's psychological. You have to understand it's a mind game of grooming. We got to measure you. So you're thinking it's measuring you for your clothes, but it's really measuring how much you're willing to take, to measure how much wood you will take. It's a game. They get pleasure off of this, especially if you're a grown man. They take pleasure of blowing your back out. That's why Pimp C had to make it clear that, you around us acting gangster, but you taking in wood. They busting your butt. You understand? In other words, if you're going to be a gangster, keep it official, but don't be out here perpetrating a fraud like Diddy and like a lot of these other rappers. We talked about Busta in the last video that I did where, he's using the death of Marcellus Williams to promote albums. But see, Busta is involved in that lifestyle because he was in the Big Papa video. He was there talking to a man. There's no doubt about it. He knew that. He knew who that was. So he was with the program. These are the things that Pimp C is trying to educate the community about. See, a lot of these rappers from the streets were educated gangsters, educated men, educated from the streets. Bun B was not no dummy. He was smart. He had to teach his brother, help him with his grades. Even though they were out doing dirt, he was still making sure that his mans and them is educated because they understood the importance of education. Just like today, a lot of the youth, they think it's all about hanging in the streets all day and not getting no education, not realizing when you grow up and become a man, you're gonna need money to survive, bro. Mama ain't gonna always be there to cook them chicken wings and rice. You're gonna need money to survive out here. You're gonna need money to take care of a family, bro. So if you got an education or something to fall back on to utilize for your empowerment, it's very beneficial. So he understood, Bun B understood the importance of Pimp C doing his grades. He understood the assignment. That's a real friend. That's a real brother. We don't got that today. We don't got a lot of brothers that really help us out along the way. But one thing these brothers didn't involve themselves in is all that freaky deaky stuff, fam. Why do you need to be around another man naked, bro? That's not how you move. Listen to the tapes and hear what these brothers gotta say, fam.
With me. That's the only way we gonna make it. And from the beginning, it's always been we. Ain't never been.
And watch this, Bun. I'm gonna say this too. These niggas out there think this shit is cool, but it ain't cool. Me and this man ain't never been butt naked in no room together with no hoes, pulling no orgy type shit or doing none of that whole ass shit you niggas out there be doing, thinking you doing some fly shit. Nigga, if you in a room naked with some other niggas and some broad, them niggas looking at your ass.
Think about what he's saying, fam. Who do you think he addressing here? See, some of y'all might be like, he wasn't talking to Diddy. Fam, the dude is speaking real talk. Real talk. Who do you think he's addressing? He's addressing the cats in the industry. He ain't addressing just some dude in the hood somewhere. He don't know what you're doing. He's talking about what he see. During that time, bro, it was dark energy in the industry. That was around the time when brothers was selling their souls left and right for a contract, and you had to do these things. The reason why a lot of these rappers didn't make it to ultra big time like the Jay-Z's and all these other guys, because they didn't walk through the door. That's why they took him out. He did not walk through the door because of the things he said. Do you understand? He's addressing these freak-offs, these particular guys in the industry that do this level of dirt.
And if that shit is gay, and you need to get on some other shit, me and this man got nothing but respect for each other. We ain't never put no train. We ain't no motherfucking freaks. We some family men. We getting this paper. You know what I'm talking about? And I had to put that out there, bun, because a lot of niggas doing a lot of fugazi shit out here, man.
Now think about how he had to address Bun B and make him understand, like, look, fam, with respect, I just had to put that out there because you know how it is with these dudes out here moving. You could tell that they have mutual respect for one another. Because some people wouldn't put that info out there. But you would assume that they're just like all the other men in the industry. They made it very, very clear, we not like that. So who were they addressing? Who was he addressing, fam? Now the elite got upset with that interview. Trust and believe, they got upset with that interview.
You know what I'm saying? These niggas that flip-flopping, they pitching and they catching with these boys, and they doing all this. So, and if you
He said with these boys, they pitching and catching with these boys. That's exactly what they do in the industry.
that's cool, but be gay and come on out and be that. Don't be in front of us and act like a straight up G, and then you get over here and you letting these boys bust up your back.
Do you see what I'm saying? In other words, what he's saying is this: he ain't bashing nobody. He ain't putting you down if you live the alternative. What he's basically saying is this, fam. If you are in the industry, don't come out here acting gangster like you a gangster rapper, like you in these streets, you a hustler, you this and that, and you getting your back blown out. In other words, you coming around us acting one way, but we know who you really are. See, even back then, Pimp C knew who in the industry was living that life. Everybody in the industry know who's who, but he didn't want to walk through that door. Trust and believe, he had a phone call. They all try to get all of these guys. I ain't saying everybody in the industry walked through the door or was living the alternative, but trust and believe, they're going to come talk to you. They're going to come see if they can groom you. And let me get back to that point on grooming. When they take you into the dressing rooms and they sizing you up, they normally have someone who is of the alternative life, and they'll be the one styling you, and they'll be there feeling you up, touching you, touching your leg, touching your inner thigh area, touching this part, even touching your nuts. Why? Because they're sizing you up, they're dressing you. So they'll touch you here and there, and in your mind, you figure, well, I can't really say nothing because the record label's paying for this. Well, really, they're not. That's coming out of your money, your advance. Believe it or not, when you get that record deal and you sign, everything, your style, your album, your studio, all of that, that's on you, fam. You ain't get the record company ain't paying for that. That you gotta pay for all of that. You in debt. This is why always these people get caught with these 360 deals. They always struggling for the rest of their life. But let me get back to the point. They're gonna basically put you in a room, have some dude feeling on you. They're never gonna make a woman style you. And basically, you're gonna get accustomed to being touched. So the stylist is gonna be fitting your pants, fitting your shirt, touching your shoulders. They wanna break that touch barrier. They want you to get accustomed to a man touching you. So you're accustomed to it. Then you're gonna go to the photo shoots. They're gonna put like some oil on you. Oh, you need to take a photo shoot with your shirt off, or you need to show this tattoo, or you need to have another man in the image with you, or you need to be in this position. Now, the positions that they put you in is not really designed to attract women. It's designed to attract men. Listen, if you think that I'm playing a game, that I'm just making this up, go back to all the B2K photos, go to all the old Usher photos, go to all the R&B old images, all of the boy groups, and look at the photos that they have where you see them on beds and you see them taking these compromising photos, and you're wondering, like, who are they feeding this to? They're feeding this to a certain person or people who enjoy this, because it wasn't designed to attract women. You understand? So not only are they touching on you in the dressing rooms, but they've groomed you enough where now they got you in compromising photos. It moves from photos to music videos. This is where you get the Big Papa video where Biggie Smalls was in a video with Busta and various other rappers, and there was what we thought was a woman in the video, but it was really a man. And Biggie said, I'm gonna creep up from behind, ask you what your interests are, who you be with, things that make you smile, what numbers to dial. You gonna be here for a while, I'm gonna call my crew, you know the song. And pretty much the whole time he was talking to a man. So while Biggie talked all of this talk in the video as if though he's hollering at a woman, it was to a man. And Busta was there too, trying to get the same woman, who was a man. So what I'm trying to show you is when they groom you, they gotta now take it to the next level. So when Bun and Pimp C is collaborating on that interview, breaking down game and teaching on these things, is to teach the young brothers in today's day. You know, these type of things should be in college course. You should see Pimp C, this video clip in college. Like this should be in college and high school, teaching young brothers the game, because they're not learning this stuff. So if you get into the industry, they're gonna groom you to get touched. And then they're gonna invite you to those freak parties where Diddy is at, the oil parties, where they oil you up and season you up with man sauce. Because see, in these freak parties, it's not just about being oiled up. These guys do freaky things with other men. And because you want the money, because you want the deal, you're gonna deal with these particular issues, because they're gonna tell you, look, fam, if you wanna really get that big money, you gotta take some of this pipe. But I don't wanna do that. You gotta do it, bro. It won't be that long. You know what I'm saying? It's just a little bit. Matter of fact, take these pills. So they'll get you high, they'll get you drunk, and pretty much you'll be under the influence, so they could pretty much do whatever they gotta do. So you had a lot of artists that agreed to this, and they got their back busted. You know what I mean? Like bust open. A lot of these rappers, all of them, pretty much, they all went through that door. You see them on the videos, they look like thugs, they look like gangsters, but there have been many videos of men in the industry that pretty much was exposed or about to be exposed because they were either in the closet, they didn't want to come out. You had rumors all over the place. And because of all the attorneys and the PR moves, it covered a mountain of controversy that was going to be exposed. But pretty much the majority of the hip hop industry and all the rappers have been compromised. So when you see Pimp C pretty much dropping game and speaking on these issues, this is why they took him out. They took him out because of the boldness of just saying it as it is and not caring. Now you have to understand, when you're in an industry where a label is cutting a check, the last thing you're supposed to do is go against the system. And if you go against the system, they're gonna come at you. And that's why they took him out at a young age. All the rappers that either spoke some sort of truth was taken out at a young age. And if I'm correct, did he die at 33? Just for the record of the court. Because it goes back to Freemasonry. You know, if he died at 33, I believe it was 33 he died at. I don't know. You could correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that Pimp C died at 33, age 33. Now you think about that. Think about the age he died at, fam. This is all calculated by the numbers. Now, I'm not into numerology. I don't understand all the intricate details, but there's a few things that I do know. It's all by the numbers. And that's why they took him out. It was his time to go, because they didn't want that energy in the world that can influence the youth. Think about this, guys. A lot of rappers been compromised, right? But there have been many rappers that have been strong. You know, a lot of people might look at Tupac and say, oh, he was compromised. He was compromised to an extent, but Tupac was also a strong energy in the world. He was very smart. A lot of people don't understand that. He was a smart man, very, very intelligent. That's why they took him out too. You understand? A lot of rappers that were taken out, these were intelligent men that had a platform to educate and stimulate thought in the youth. They did not want that. Yeah, a lot of these guys went down the wrong path. You know, they may have done some dirt, but at the end of the day, these were intelligent black men. They want you to think they were just all thugs and in the hood and just dumb. No, these were educated men. They always try to make our brothers look like they all dumb and stupid. No, they're not, man. If you listen to the interview with Pimp C and Bun B, it really made me understood brotherhood and how Bun B looked out for Pimp C, saw him failing in his grades, saw him not performing well in school. Because Pimp C was like, to heck with school. I'm trying to get this money. It's like, nah, bro, we got to get this education too. Like, we could be out here doing our thing, but, you know, it is what it is. And they pretty much was just doing what they had to do to get studio time. You know what I mean? They just wanted to do music. That's it. But they knew the importance of getting an education. Today's youth don't even know what an education means. They just want to be in the streets. Why? Because the hip hop industry have made the youth believe that everything is a certain lifestyle of just crime and violence. This is why we kill one another in the hood every single day. You know, and all the OGs are either in prison or dead, or they're in a position where they can't even reach the youth because the youth is a whole different breed of youth today. You can't even reach them no more. You know, the new OGs now is social media that is training these brothers to be killers and assassins to their own brothers. This is why we hate each other so bad. We would kill one another just because. It ain't the clan doing it no more. We doing that on our own. We take great pride in hurting one another. We take great pride in hurting the black woman because the industry taught us that our woman ain't nothing but a HOE, only useful to pump and dump. This is what they've done. They trained us to be animals to our own people. This is why we need educators that are going to not only, do music, but stimulate the thoughts so that we're educated at the same time, because the education system, has failed our people. This is why hip hop was so instrumental back in the days, especially in the 90s, because why? In the 80s and 90s, hip hop was so instrumental for the youth because back then the rappers were educational. They were teachers. Remember Poor Righteous Teachers? Remember all the different groups, Public Enemies, all these different groups? They were teaching the youth. They were giving them answers because a lot of us didn't have our fathers in the homes. Why? Because they convinced our mothers we don't need them in the house. So we have been systematically destroyed and psychologically influenced to just be negative. And now we have been over-sexualized through the music to the point where we don't even see our female counterpart as worthy to marry. We just want to smash. We just want to get laid. And then when we get laid, and then we end up having a daughter, now we're concerned for our daughter's safety when we did a lot of dirt back in the day. Now we want her to have a good man when you weren't a good man. And we don't teach our sons to do the right thing. So now our young boys are being raised to be women. They have been over-feminized, and our girls have been made to be masculine. So now the woman is leading the household, and the man is looking for a woman to provide for him. And it all started because they destroyed our family. The family structure been destroyed through music alone. Gangster rap, being a thug. And now it's to the point where our black men are no longer wanting to be leaders. So we see dirt going on and we don't have solutions. We just sit around and just play these little games, and it's causing us to lose. It's causing us to continually fail. So when you see Pimp C say what he had to say in this particular video clip, that's why they took him out. Because in hip hop, you cannot speak out against these things and not expect to be judged by the system. They're gonna come for you. You know? Yeah, he kept it real. But at the same time, even though he kept it real, the industry didn't like it. They didn't like nothing he had to say. Check it out.
You know what I'm saying? When it's all over, you know what I'm saying? Can't be no lies a part of it. Everything between me and him, regardless of how we may deal with everybody else, I'm 100 with him. He 100 with me. That's the only way we gonna make it.
That's the only way we gonna make it. We gotta keep it 100. with one another. A lot of brothers in today's day, they don't know how to keep it 100. They don't know how to be true. They don't know how to respect another man. You know, that was the only reason why them two brothers was able to move forward as men, is because of the mutual respect. Relationships is more important than money. A lot of y'all want to get the money. Ain't nothing wrong with getting the money, bro. But relationships is more important. Relationships. How you and your partners in them is able to get along and see eye to eye about situations, correct one another. When you falling off, your mans and them pull you on the side and be like, yo, bro, you tripping. Need to get it together, fam. You wildin'. See, that's how it was with these brothers.
And from the beginning, it's always been weak. Ain't never been.
And watch this, Bun. I'm gonna say this too. These niggas out there think this shit is cool, but it ain't cool. Me and this man ain't never been butt naked in no room together with no hoes.
Think about what he just said. We never been butt naked in no room with no HOEs. Unlike the Diddy parties where you got all these rappers be naked in swimming pools, in Diddy's 50-foot bed. What man goes and make a 50-foot bed? For what purpose? What purpose do you have for a 50-foot bed? You got all these rappers, singers, R&B singers, Chris Browns, all of these guys jumping up and down on a bed. I seen one video clip that is being shared all over social media where you see Meek Mill at some sort of party and he started singing or whatever the case is, and Diddy was in front of him and he turned around real fast, like excited. Like if you see the video clip, I'm gonna do a video about it. The way he turned around was like he got turned on by Meek Mill. I'm like, yo, what in the world going on? You see what Meek Mill is doing right now? He trying his best to make it seem like he had no involvement. That's guilt. That's guilt when you know you did dirt. He the same one that says, forgive me what I did with Diddy. What did you do with Diddy, Meek? Meek, what did you do? What did you do with Diddy? You did the unthinkable, right? You looking for forgiveness now, right? Nah, fam.
Pulling no orgy type shit or doing none of that whole ass shit you niggas out there be doing, thinking you doing some fly shit. Nigga, if you in a room naked with some other niggas and some broad, them niggas looking at your ass. And if that shit is gay and you need to get on some other shit.
See, the industry didn't like when he said that. The industry did not like when he said that. Because right there, they knew they couldn't break him. At that moment, they knew they couldn't get Pimp C to pretty much go down the rabbit hole. He couldn't go down the Hershey way. They couldn't groom him. They knew at that moment, we can't deal with this guy. This guy's we can't make him fold. We're just gonna have to kill him. That's all we're gonna have to do.
Me and this man got nothing but respect for each other. We ain't never put no train. We ain't no motherfucking freaks. We some family men. We getting this paper.
Family men getting this paper. That should be on every brother's mind. Family men getting this paper. Only thing that's supposed to be on your mind as a black man in today's day, taking care of your family, getting this paper. That's it. Or putting on your mans in them to help them get some paper. Because that's how it's supposed to be. If you're a brother and you were able to, make it in life where you found a way to survive. And your mans in them over here struggling. You're supposed to put them on. Put on your brothers. If you official and you grew up with these brothers in the sandbox, teach your brothers how to fly. Maybe they just don't know. A lot of us brothers never knew how to get paper, how to earn. A lot of brothers don't have that education. So sometimes you might be that brother in the hood, in the streets. You might be that gangster, that brother that had that understanding on how to move. Maybe you the teacher. You're the guy that's supposed to lead the brothers. They may not know. So sometimes you got to pull them to the side and say, look, fam, you good? nah, fam, yo, things ain't right, man. It's like, I'm over here struggling, bro. I don't even know what to do. Well, you got to educate your brother, fam. Sometimes you got to sacrifice that time just to give him some sort of game to help him pretty much sustain his life and grow. A lot of brothers don't know. You got brothers that don't have no understanding of economics. They don't even know how to get their credit right. They don't have no clue. You got brothers out here that don't know how to do these things, how to fill out an application, how to put a resume together. They just don't know. It's not nothing to laugh at them about and say, well, you're a dummy, you're a grown man, you're supposed to know this. We gotta look at this thing from the mindset of, damn, if I didn't know, I would want somebody to teach me. You got guys that don't know how to save money. They don't know how to spend money. They don't know how to budget. They don't have no financial literacy. They don't know anything about these things. So education is very important. And that's why Bun B pretty much was looking out for Pimp C when in terms of education, because you got to be smart somehow, because this industry is dangerous. This industry is nothing but sharks and killers that wear suits. See, y'all be thinking that the gangsters is the dudes that's wearing the baseball caps and the hoodies. No, the gangsters are the ones that wear those designer suits that be in them meetings. They the gangsters. They're the ones that's really the movers and the shakers. So when we listen to this tape, I need for you brothers out there to peep game and understand that this message that he sent out was for the people like P.Diddy. It was for all the freaky deaky artists out there in the industry that are out here compromising themselves and doing all sorts of crazy things. Let's go.
You know what I'm talking about? And I had to put that out there, Bun, because a lot of niggas doing a lot of fugazi shit out here, man. You know what I'm saying? These niggas, they flip-flopping, they pitching and they catching with these bars, and they doing all this. So, and if you gay, that's cool, but be gay and come on out and be that.
You see that? Now, he ain't bashed nobody. He ain't bashed nobody. Some people might say he's bashing, or he's, whatever terms and words they love to use. He never bashed anybody. He's saying, look, if that's your lifestyle, then come on out, do your thing, and live your life. But what he's saying is, don't be perpetrating a fraud. Don't be out here acting gangster. Don't be out here on your albums and rapping like you got all the ladies, but behind the scenes, you getting your back blown out. That's the problem. You had a lot of rappers that done this, fam. A lot of rappers that when you see them on camera, they act very masculine. You see them with the ladies all around them, but then you learn the truth that that's all an act, because behind the scenes, his head is in a pillow. You understand what I'm saying? And it's sad. That's all he was trying to put out there to make people understand the real.
Don't be in front of us and acting like a straight up G, and then you get over here and you letting these boys bust up your back. But it gonna come to the light. And yeah, I want to put that out there, man. This man ain't never seen me naked. I ain't never seen him naked. We don't desire to do no shit like that. We ain't going out like that. And we were wild young teenagers. And when we
before that X, that X,
Yeah.
a lot of that shit fucking with a lot of these boys' heads. I don't know. Maybe they're using X as an excuse to open them doors that they really want to open.
like
You know
that.
what I'm saying?
Wait,
And see, this is the issue, fam. This is the issue. You got a lot of guys that are making excuses to go through these doors because this is the stuff they always wanted to do, But I'm glad that these brothers had to sit down and spoke on these issues, because I don't recall any other rapper or rappers being this real speaking on these issues. Normally, when you see these rappers, they always talking about running trains and just doing whatever with whoever they want. But the way Pimp C shared this info, if you are a dude, bro, like you got to think about this, guys. If you are at a Diddy party and another man is getting head, and you sitting there with your drink watching him, you're watching his meat too. What'd that make you? Why would a man that's a masculine man be watching another man's wood? I can understand you looking at a woman, like you got your woman and she's in the crib and she's there doing a little dance and she's bending over and shaking her ass in front of you, and you like this with your drink and you having a good old time, and she's on the table doing some wild freaky stuff. That's all good. But if a dude is there getting it in with a woman and you watching his butt, watching his pipe. That's not normal, bro. You can't tell me you gangster. That's what Pimp C is trying to let you understand. He's trying to educate you by keeping it real. But in the industry, they don't see that as keeping it real. They look at that as going against the grain. Because again, with his influence, he's designed to make young men think twice about getting caught in a situation like that. That's why they said that we're not going out like that. See, Diddy is going down like that. All these other rappers that's affiliated with Diddy, they're going out in shame. Because when the videotapes are leaked and the info come out, a lot of people gonna be exposed, not just Diddy. You're gonna see dudes that they're gonna have the camera, they're gonna show the video, and they're gonna put you know, that filter that blurs when someone's naked. They're gonna put that over the images, which mean these people are naked. So it's like, wow, this rapper was there, that rapper was there. What were they doing? They all walking around watching each other's pipes, holding each other's pipes, playing weirdo games. All sorts of stuff went down at the Diddy parties. That's why he never wanted people to have cell phones at the parties, because they didn't want nobody to kiss and tell. You know what that means, kiss and tell. Like a lot of you guys, you always kissing and tell. You get with a sister, you know what I mean? She have a job, she's a very respectful woman, but she got a freaky side to her, you know what I mean? Every now and then, she want you to really blow her back open, and she don't want nobody to know about that side. So, you know, she just goes to work, and she kind of gave you the opportunity to kick it with her. And rather than you keep everything between you and her like, man, instead, you went and started kissing and telling all your mans and them, yeah, you know, I hit that. Yeah, shorty did this. She topped me off. Boom, 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 whoopity whoop. Man, now the news came back to her. You done messed up this woman's heart because she was really feeling you and she wanted to keep that a little secret between you and her. But because you're not man enough, you felt the need to go out there and tell everybody your business. See, men don't do that type of stuff. If you kicking it with a shorty or whatever the case is, you keep that between you and her. That's called respect, because what that does, it protects her image. She don't want to be known in the street as a HOE. We're not saying she's a HOE because she's effing with you. She just don't want that image on her back. She just want to be able to have her fun with you and keep that between you and her. So kissing and telling is not a manly thing to do. When a man kiss and tell, that's a man that really never really get with women. So he's desperate to tell his mans and them what he did last night. But a man that is accustomed to talking to women, he ain't gonna be out there sharing all his business with his boys. I understand as men, we talk ish and we talk about women and this and that. I get it, guy talk. But you gotta know when it's time to talk versus when it's time to shut up. You understand? I don't know who that's for, if that wasn't for you, order something else. But all in all, I hope this particular video stream here was able to educate you to understand the importance of not getting involved in the Diddy parties or doing things that's going to put you in a compromising situation where you will be somehow exposed sooner or later at a Diddy party. Because I can guarantee you none of these men were at a Diddy party. I can guarantee you that when Pimp C spoke on this, he had Diddy in mind and various other rappers in mind because of the things that they were doing in the industry. Not only that, when he said what he said, it offended somebody in the industry because normally people know who they talking to. And that's why, you know, they took the brother out. But hey, it is what it is. Appreciate everybody stopping by to the show. Right? If you like the content, be sure to subscribe to the channel. You know, click that like button. That helps with the algorithm. And we're going to keep you posted with more content regarding the Diddy situation. But I wanted this situation with Pimp C to continue to educate the brothers because although he's no longer here, his words still stand. And those words aren't being spoken by all these rappers. Nobody's keeping it real anymore. So these old tapes have hidden gems in it that a lot of rappers are afraid to even utter. That you would never hear a Busta Rhymes talk about that. You would never hear a Diddy talk about that, because it's all about the paper. And the last thing they want to do is offend anybody. That's just keeping it real. Again, Diddy was responsible for the Big Papa video. Diddy was responsible for the scene in the urinal in the video. Diddy was responsible for all of that. Biggie was talking to a man in that video. Busta was talking to a man in that video. All of those rappers were trying to get with a man in that video. What say you? I'm out of here, y'all. Y'all take care. Peace and blessings to the mods in the chat. Ringo TV Reactions. The #1 reactionary channel on YouTube, hands down. Make sure you rate, comment, and subscribe. I'm out of here. Peace.
If you like our content, consider supporting via Cash App at $Ringo TV Raw. Become a patron on patreon.com for exclusive video content not shown on YouTube. You could also support through PayPal at paypal.me/Ringo TV Raw. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the bell to be notified of new content. Follow me on Instagram at Ringo TV Raw.
This is Ringo TV Reactions, the only channel on YouTube bringing you the truth 100% raw and uncut. I'm out. Peace.